given that we're constantly making leaps of faith, whether we recognize it or not, why do some people place more confidence in science than necessarily something transcendent? And why are leaps of faith based on an idea of the transcendent considered foolish?
Right. So it's perfectly natural and right to place more confidence in the observation of science because that's what science gives us. It gives us confidence. It's reproducible. I test things, I repeat the testing, I can gain more confidence. I think the mirage that people, there's this mirage that somehow we're going to build an entire complete worldview out of just those confidence propositions. And to the extent to which one is fooled by that mirage, then it does seem foolish to try to do something else. There's a worldview that says, well, these observations are all there is, and there isn't anything else you can know. But at the same time, it's quite foolish to make all of one's decisions solely based on the existing evidence we have, because the one thing about evidence is that it cuts both ways, which is that we have a certain amount of evidence, and then later on we're going to gather more evidence, and more evidence, and more evidence. And so if we were totally beholden to the evidence, we would have a very, very uncertain existence, because the things that we were certain of and making decisions on would be always open to, oh, that could fall, that could fail, that could fail. And the point that Christian faith makes is that the evidence exists to point to something that extends beyond that evidence, something that transcends the evidence. And that thing is actually more certain than the evidence itself. That the evidence may be unclear, we may not have all the data, we may not be able to interpret all of data or understand all the data, but it's still data that all is intended to point towards something that is immutable, unchanging, and that we can place our certain confidence in.